We still have some drama left in the NFC. Let's sort it out heading into week 17. The calculations used here come from the Playoff Computer app. Check it out for your fantasy or other sports leagues. For an entire year of geeky data, the premium level is about the price of one beer. One place in which there is no more drama is the NFC East. The Eagles have clinched it. The NFC West is still a hot mess. The Seahawks, 49ers, and Rams have all clinched a playoff spot. The division is still up in the air. The Seahawks have a game lead over the other two, but they play the 49ers to end the season, and they have the plucky Panthers this week. Not a sure thing. So things are far from settled. The Seahawks clinched the division this week with a win over the Panthers, and the 49ers losing to the Bears, and the Rams losing to the Falcons. Otherwise, especially if they lose and one or both of the others win, they could still lose to the others either by record or by tiebreaker. In fact, I don't think they can win a tiebreaker against any combination of the others. The only way they could tie the 49ers would involve the 49ers beating them in week 18, which would give the 49ers the season sweep. If they tie the Rams only, the Rams, it looks like, with the only way the two of them could end up tied, would win the common games tiebreaker. And if they all three end up tied, the 49ers by default would win the combined head-to-head tiebreaker. So while the Seahawks have the game lead, things are still precarious. The Bears, with that boring ho-hum win over the Packers, now have a chance to clinch the NFC North this week. They've already clinched a playoff spot. They clinched the division with a win over the 49ers or a Packers loss to the Ravens. That Packers-Ravens game might be interesting if both teams are minus their starting quarterbacks and fighting for their lives. The 49ers at 11-4 are knee-deep in the NFC West mess. They host the Bears to try to stay knee-deep in it. Now, if I figured it out right, they would win the tiebreaker against the other two if needed. So as long as they win or the Seahawks lose, they would still have a chance at the division. The Rams at 11-4 are, guess what, knee-deep in the NFC West as well. They would win a tiebreaker with the Seahawks alone. Otherwise, if the 49ers were involved, they would not. So they need the 49ers to lose to isolate themselves with the Seahawks. They have arguably the easiest schedule of the three. Play the Falcons and Cardinals. So no reason they don't end up 13-4 and just needing the other two to lose one apiece. The Packers just have the Lions to worry about, and they have basically a game-and-a-half lead over them. Host the Ravens this week, perhaps without Jordan Love, and with the Lions playing a possibly missing J.J. McCarthy Vikings team, things could get tight here. They clinch a playoff spot with a win or a Lions loss to the Vikings. The Panthers got a big win over the Buccaneers to take over first place in the NFC South. They will need to keep at it, host the tough Seahawks this week before the finale against the Buccaneers. They clinched the division with a win and a Bucs loss to the Dolphins. Otherwise, their Week 18 game versus the Buccaneers will decide that division. If the Panthers lose this week and the Buccaneers win, they would both be 8-8 going into the rematch, and winner then takes it with a better record. If either they both win or both lose this week, the Buccaneers would have a chance in Week 18 to tie things back up, which if the Bucs win that game, they would be tied in record, would have split the series, would have the same division record, and in common games, the Buccaneers would have one more victory than the Panthers, no matter how you slice it. So the Panthers have to finish with a better record than the Buccaneers to win the division. The Buccaneers have arguably the easier Week 17 game against the Dolphins, and since both teams control their own destiny, win out and win the division. The Lions are down to their last possibility, win out and hope Green Bay loses out. That might not be so far-fetched depending on the Packers QB situation. That's it for now. Check out the Playoff Computer app for your fantasy or other league playoff race analysis needs, and enjoy your day.